How you doing, Cell Block from Arizona? Awesome. I will be up in about 2 minutes and we will get this thing going. I appreciate you being here. And all right. Hope everybody's having a good night. We'll get a little music going and we'll get cracking on this thing. I don't. Let's just see. Let's just try this. See what we got going on. There we go. Little background music. Get the mic a little closer to my face so you can hear what I'm saying. And we'll get to the art. Let's talk more art. Cell Block, welcome to the show. Glad you could make it. Tonight, usually Tuesdays, it's kind of a landscape deal for me. Kind of got to get on my Bob Ross out on Tuesdays. Then I get to the weirder stuff later on in the week. So hopefully you're down for a cool landscape. B Knuckle, what's up? Hey, when you get a chance, B Knuckle, you need to come by the house. I got some mail over here for you. Wow, that thing just took off sideways on us. Look at that. Shot like a line off to the side for some reason. Hunt for Heat, how you doing? Glad to see y'all here. We're just kind of setting up for one of these nice little landscapes tonight. Seeing as how it's a Tuesday. It's kind of our Tuesday deal, I think. I don't know if this one will go sideways with a spaceship or not, but it might. It might go that way. We'll see. And I'm just kind of scratching this stuff in. Yeah, it's nothing too drastic, but it's something you need to get. No problem. Your mom's got it in her purse right now.
Let's go, puppies.
Oh, half of the power cord. How in the heck are you missing that? Like where it plugs into the little box before it goes into the wall. Better slow down before I wreck my laptop here. Hey, you got a cat? Oh man. B Knuckle and Michael got a rescue kitty. Let me guess, you found it on the side of the road? Bentley ain't liking that. Oh man. So you sent it off to get repaired and they didn't send all the parts back. It's gonna take forever. So the channel sent their laptop off to get fixed.
Who?
One of the other channels.
Oh. Well, I thought you were talking to Bean Knuckle or something. Sorry.
Oh man. So you guys are taking care of her now, huh? I think that's what you should have. You guys should just start your animal shelter there in Ozark. Yeah, I bet Finley hates her. You're his mama. It'll take me just a little bit to scratch all these big colors in here. And we'll get down to some serious business. Dorito Bros, how you doing? Thank you. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you coming by and checking me out. We're going to go for some kind of weird colors here tonight. This will be kind of a landscape. Well, it's going to be a landscape, but it's going to I think it's going to take a weird turn, that's for sure. I appreciate everybody that's coming by tonight. Really means a lot to have all the support. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. I'll keep on doing what I do. Thursday night when I do the OG-san and Friends, when I do the OG-san and Friends, I will be doing some more sculpting. Went today and bought me a big old block of Sculpey clay, and I got a whole brand new set of sculpting tools. In case y'all missed it last week, it's kind of hard to see. I don't have the lights on. Knocked out a brain here. I need to turn my lights on, but I'm not going to. And a nice little zombie skull. It's really hard to see that brain. Let's see. The struggles of a live YouTuber. So we're going to get into some more of this. I think I'm going to kind of specialize in doing bodily organs for a while. I think my next project may be a heart. Alright, enough to back to the art. Alright, so be brave and merge all these layers together as if that was all one layer. And then I got to play with it just a little bit more, and then we'll put the sky in there. You guys are all awesome for being here. Like I said, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Means a ton to me. You know, it's kind of like when you're doing art or any kind of creative thing on YouTube. You got to really watch yourself and don't get too hurt or let down if you don't get a big response from something, because it was probably just a matter of the right people catching you at the right time. And it's an easy statement to say, but it's hard to actually do that when you're trying to be creative on here. And I try to encourage every other artist I run across, I try to encourage them to get on here. I think this is kind of what YouTube is missing. We need more of this. Thank you. Thanks, Michael. I'm guessing you want this little paper-weighted brain. I've got a full video, well, kind of a full video. I've been trying to upload all day. I don't know if anybody else is having trouble uploading, but I let that thing upload for like 9 hours today, and it was at 28%. And it's only a 20-minute video, so I'm not sure what's going on. Thank you, Dorito Bros. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah, I've been trying to get into some sculpting and some other stuff and getting some other artists on here. B Knuckles been up on my channel, Clickbait Magician there. He does some pixel art. Just to try to expand this channel and kind of build a little community here just for people to hang out, do their creative weirdness. Because like I said, I think that's what we're missing. And I don't care what level you think you are or anything. If you're doing something creative, you're welcome to come up on my stream. Thursday nights. OG San and friends. Cebuena Vlogs. That is the hardest name I've ever had to say. Cebuena Vlogs. Welcome. Welcome back. I saw you here last time. Yeah, that Sculpey is fun. I looked at a big box of it tonight. I didn't buy the big box because it was like $30. So we just stuck with the little box. Maybe when I get rich someday, I'll just buy cartons and cases of that at a time. But yeah, it is fun and it bakes really fast. I literally, that brain and that zombie head both, I sculpted, baked, and painted them all in one live session on here. I was actually painting them right out of the oven, and there was actually steam coming off of them as I was painting them from the heat from the oven. I think it came out pretty good. Then I did like a dry rub at the end. That's kind of a little trick I stole from Adam Savage, watching him paint Nerf guns and stuff. It's a really cool way to get really fast textured effect on something that you've sculpted or something you're building. Probably talk about that a little bit more next time I do it. I might be talking too much tonight. But again, welcome everybody. I truly, truly appreciate y'all being here. It means the world to an old man like me. All right. Wow. Wrong brush. That's the brush I was after. It's going to take my laptop a second to catch up with all that. Kuntz, my brother, what are you doing, man? Good to see you. Kuntz is the king of all scrappers in Arkansas. Nobody does it better. Secret to you Kuntz Simi's channel success is he's just such a good guy. Everybody wants to hang out with him. Painted pottery would be cool. Yeah, you know it'd be cool, Michael, if we took some pottery, like some flower pots, then we took the Sculpey and say we added some skulls or dragons or something like that to it, and then baked it, repainted it. I think we could come up with some cool stuff. Okay. We need a few trees out down here at the bottom of this cliff. Yeah, so far this is just the background, Sabrina. I haven't even started on the good stuff yet. And I don't even know what that is yet, but we'll figure it out as we go. You got about 15 minutes, honey. Your mouth hurting? Mm-hmm. Mrs. Ojisan had to get some dental work today, so her mouth is hurting. So this is kind of that Bob Ross tap, tap, tappity tap thing I got going on here. You just got to find the right brushes in these programs to make that work. And that's just all trial and error. Believe me, I've tried every stinking brush in Sketchbook, I believe. Alright, so we want to go something really a little bit greener than that, about like yay. We're just going to start layering on this stuff. Just some kind of layered colors. We're just creating the illusion of super detail here. It's not really going to be there. And that's kind of the secret to all this art here. I don't care what anybody says. That's what we were all doing, is just creating the illusion that you're seeing what you're seeing. Alright, so now I gotta turn this way down yonder. There we go. This is going to be a real creepy type forest jungle that lives at the bottom of this cliff that may or may not even be here on Earth. Who knows? This could be somewhere way off. You deserve all the kind words in the world, Coombs. You know that. I've never heard a disparaging word about you ever in all the years I've known you. And I'm sure you've heard plenty about me. Okay, back to the painting. I gotta find my brush I'm looking for here. Y'all let me know if that music gets too loud or anything too. Try not to let it get out of hand, but and tell me how the stream's looking too. Gonna have a little randomness here in the background. I'm sorry if I'm missing any chat. Let me see here. Yeah, I think we're still good. So guys, we're just creating the illusion of detail. If I was to go in there and paint out every one of these little leaves, which I could, this would be a 45-hour video, and that's not what I'm shooting for here. I just want to show you guys some basic techniques, some basic tricks that I use to create these quickly. That way, if you choose to get into doing some artwork, you can have these little tools under your belt, and hopefully I can figure some of this stuff out before you get there, and then you can just steal. I will willingly give you all the tricks I've learned so we can all do this together. Alright, so now I've got to combine these two layers, and now we're going to create the illusion that these trees have some trunks. Just a hint. We don't want it to be too strong. Just a hint. And again, I don't want it to be just a straight up pattern, so here in a minute I'll go and break all this up a little bit. So first I drag down the color into the dark spots, and then I'll go and drag the dark spots up into the color, and I may go back and forth a few times just to kind of break it up. And I'll change the flow, I'll change the brush size, I'll change all these things just to add a little bit of randomness to this, so that it doesn't look like I just stamped this out. There we go, that's what we're looking for. And as you can probably tell already, this is going to be like a little river right here in the front. 6 people in the house watching, that is awesome. You guys know I'm just a small timer here, so I appreciate each and every one of y'all that come by and check it out. I think the most I've ever had like 16, 17 in here at once, and I was blown away by that. I take none of this for granted. Okay. Now, we got to start deciding what we're going to do here. What is the direction we're going to take this thing? I think y'all are feeling me already here. Let's see. Now I love sci-fi stuff. I love spaceships. I love all the weirdness. So you will catch a lot of these types of paintings from me. And I almost want to do this so I can make it come out just the way I want it to. Right there. Lock that down. Get that out of the way. There we go. Alright, that's enough symmetry. And then we'll start cutting in some little weird shapes here and there. We don't want it to be perfectly symmetrical, but we do want it to have that hint. And these brushes, a lot of them, it just depends on which direction you drag the paint. What it wants to do is mimic that it is actually dragging your brush through these other paints. So you got to kind of learn how to use that to your advantage when you first start with these things. And then you just have to let your imagination run wild. I don't like that. Alright. Give me 1 second, guys. Check the clock.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so now I'm turning on another symmetry line here, and this one is going to be a horizontal line, and it's just in case I need to reflect some of the lights that I'm fixing to show off of this ship up here. So we're going to drop in a few lighting effects, and we're going to actually do that on the very top layer that we're about to create. And these lights are going to be a nasty pukey green. Let me see here. Haha. Still got 4 folks in here rocking with me. That is awesome. Looks like stream may be slowing down. You guys let me know if it starts looking bad. Let me know. I think so far it's hanging tight. Alright, folks, we gotta be brave here. We're gonna save this. It'll be LS4. And then we will merge all of these layers together. Probably not super important, but we're going to do it. Turn the line tool on. We're going to make our river. I don't like it that high. Turn it down a little bit. Make this a little smaller. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Just some different direction in the reflections here on purpose. All right, thank you. Thanks for letting me know, because you know, I just get super paranoid about this thing crashing out on me all the time. So we need some color down here for our river. And let's see. I'm going to put some orange down here. Turn that off for just a second. We are almost ready for our first big filter, and then after our first big filter we'll see what we got going on, and we will figure out what else we're going to do this thing. And that almost looks like a field now. I'm kind of digging that too, but that's not what we want, so we got to back some of that off. I have to create some more lines down here so I can break that water shape up. Which means I got to find this stinking brush I can never find. Let's actually throw some of this down there. I have no idea what strength I've got this set on or anything. Yeah, that's too much. Throw some of this on there. Then we'll go back and blur that in at a lighter flow. 3. There we go. Alright, now I gotta put a little bit of shoreline in. And we will do that on a brand new super duper layer. So we'll just start cutting in some random shapes down here. I'll actually make that a little bit fatter. I know this kind of looks like crap right now, but then we'll go back with our handy dandy eraser, turn it down to 1%. Oh, and I did not make a new layer. I swore I made a new layer. Too much whiskey. Hopefully it's going to let me back up. Oh yeah, look at that. Backed up too far now. Yeah, it's going crazy on me. It's rebelling. There we are. All right. Let's try this again, folks. And as you can see now, I've even got a fatter brush because I changed my mind during that mishap. And turn that line tool off. Now I can just go and kind of erase out and fade into the shapes that I'm after here. We just want a hint. We don't need it to be super sharp. All right. New layer, here we go. Another big test of our bravery right here. I always like to put these little foreground hills in front of these paintings. I really think it makes the difference. Now I've got to just find all the stuff. Hey, Graveyard Loon, everybody. This is the guy I've been talking about. The Loon is here. Clickbait Magician, this is a channel that you would really dig. you guys think a lot alike. I've been trying all day to upload this stupid video. It's about a 20-minute video, and it is of all my brain sculpting and all that good stuff here. I don't know if you can see it, and I don't really want to turn my lights on, but I've been sculpting these little brains like I told you I would. Check out that brain. Let me see. Hold on. Maybe I got some battery left in this. Nope, it's dead as a doornail. But so the loon, he made a little Play-Doh brain for one of his builds, and that directly inspired me to start sculpting these clay brains. And I think I'm going to do a heart next. And man, I wish I had just a little bit more light, but alas, I do not. So if you want to see a detailed look at this, be on the lookout tomorrow, because we will have the video will be out. You know, I love when I come across channels like the Loons there, because you start running out of, I don't know, you start almost running out of gas when you go a long period without coming across somebody to kind of inspire you, and I was running low on fuel, and here Loon, and I saw him take a TV remote control apart and make a spaceship out of it. And then I watched him take some of those plushie toys and paint them evil. So that gave me all kinds of inspiration and motivation to get back in there. So I really thank the Loon for showing up when he did. Here's to you. And I think I've all but decided that this is not a scene from Earth here. This is probably going to be another one of my Somewhere in the Galaxy paintings. Got a whole series of those. When it's something that just kind of gets to the point where I don't want to explain it, then it becomes a Somewhere in the Galaxy painting. And this is one of those. Yeah, back at you, Loon. We gotta take care of each other on this platform, and we need to grow a creative community out here, and not a community of folks that are so worried about subs and you know, are you taking care of me? Am I taking care of you? We just need folks that can inspire each other. B Knuckle, Clickbait, my buddy Pixel Master Kira. They all show up on OG Son and Friends. And I just want to make it a fun place where people know it's okay to do weird things and be weird with your creativity, because there's a whole world of people out there that love it. Okay, we're ready for our first big filter here. Stand by, because it's probably gonna get crazy. Now I will be out of the chat for about a minute while I get this set up, because I won't be able to see the chat. It's right here on this screen. I'm just a poor hillbilly. I've only got one extra screen as of at this point. So give me just a second. I'll hook this up and I'll bring it back, and we'll go from there. Now, even though I can't see the chat, what I am doing is I'm applying some filters, just like a Facebook filter, just like any other program. But my program of choice for doing this is Fotor, Fotor. I just love this program. I love the filters it has. I love the way you can adjust every picture you make, and it works awesome for digital art. I don't know of any digital artist that 100% the first very time set all their colors and everything perfectly the first time they go. I think we all do this. And you will see the difference when I bring this back. It will probably blow your mind, the difference between the before and after here. I'll make that just a little bit cooler. Yeah. We're close. We're real close. We're almost done already. Alright. First big filter coming up. About as soon as I can get this named, LS5 we'll call it. Alright, here it comes. Coming at you. So there's our before. And here is our after. Alright, so you can see I just kind of muted the colors down a little bit, actually, to make it look a little bit more like a painting, like maybe something you'd find on a poster or on an album cover or in a magazine. So right up here we got to clean some of this up, because that is way too sharp when I applied that extra contrast. So we're going to grab an airbrush, and I'm going to start a new layer in case I screw this up. I'm going to grab the color of this spaceship, and then we're going to start airbrushing this down. And my airbrush is super gigantic, and it's because I screwed up. Give me just a second. There we go. Alright. And again, I'm just trying to airbrush this edge down a little bit, because I don't want it to just look like a cartoony thing up there. We want it to look like, what in the heck is that thing doing up there? Is it a spaceship behind the mountain? Is it a part of the mountain? Is it some kind of a base sitting on top of the mountain? We don't know. And I'm not going to tell you because I don't know. That's a story that you need to make up for yourself. Okay. Now we will put a few little clouds in here for some perspective. Oh yeah, I'm kind of digging those purple clouds, man. Probably need to make them just a... Yeah, it's too much, too much. There we go. That's a little much right there. Maybe over in this corner. And maybe on this corner. Yeah. Now we're talking. So we're going to drop a little bit of color just down here. And then right here. I think we need something right here. Alright, Loon, this is for you right here. This will require a little bit of airbrushing after I'm done to make this match up a little. I can refilter it too if I need to, but again, if I was doing this for some kind of a big project, I would spend many hours going in here and perfecting all these little details. But I just want to show you guys some techniques that I have figured out in the last couple of years of playing with this stuff. So that if you choose to participate in this crazy digital artwork stuff, you will have a leg up and a head start on all of this craziness. So all I'm doing now is throwing a little bit of airbrush on this to match these colors up so that it doesn't just look too weird. I don't want it to be the one cartoony part. Yeah, my connection sucks. Let's see here. It may be me. Let me turn this music off. It might be the music. We'll see if we can pick it up from there. I try to run this little background music program, Pretzel, that comes with Streamlabs, and sometimes it screws my whole stream up. So You guys let me know if that's working better. Looks like it's picking up a little bit. All right. Well, my friends, we are an hour and 12 minutes into the stream. And, all right. I'm glad it's usually the little pretzel music thing that crashes me out. So, my friends, we are an hour and 12 minutes in. And that's just about as far as I want to go on one of these digital paintings. And I really truly appreciate you guys coming by and hanging out, and I hope you dig the painting. I always try to take it somewhere weird if it's proper. McCoy, how are you doing? You are right at the tail end of this thing, but guess what? I will probably be on later tonight. Late tonight, probably 11, 12 o'clock. I don't know if it'll be that late. Maybe 10, 11 o'clock. We will probably get on here and do a creepy painting. This was kind of my Bob Ross Gone Sideways painting tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate all you guys for coming by. Kids, you know I love you. Loon, you know I'm a big fan of yours. You're always welcome here, my friend. McCoy, man, just a little bit late, but we will be back. I always enjoy it when you're here. Yes. Speaking of wrenches, Graveyard Loon, let me give you the coveted blue wrench. You are now the guardian of my stream. Yeah, I don't know. It's YouTube has been weird all day today. Oh, it's all good, McCoy. It's all good. Believe me. I'm just sorry couldn't get to hang out with you a little bit longer. All right. I'm doing really good. Like I said, we're going to wrap this one up. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to wrap this one up. You guys remember, OG San's got your back. And until the next video, OG San out. Take care, everybody.